What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You're watching Buchanan Motorsports in Houston. We got problems. Stick with us. Let's dive into this thing. I'll show you what we got going on and how we hopefully plan to fix it. All right, so let's get into it. The reason why we're here, reason why we're making this video, unfortunately, we've got some problems. And it happens to do with our V8 that we just put in this truck about 2,500 miles ago. The other day, went to start this truck up in the driveway. Noticed I had a little bit of lifter noise. Moved it back around over here to where it sits right now. Killed it. Checked the oil. Did all that kind of good stuff. Just made sure nothing had changed. I hadn't knocked a hole in the oil pan somewhere. Didn't realize, I was running out of oil. Fired it back up. And that's when we had some real problems. It wasn't just a little bit of lifter noise. It started tapping real bad. And then to me, what it sounded like is the roller on the actual lifter stopped rolling on the cam and started making a squealing noise. So I immediately shut it off. Went back to scratching my head, trying to figure out what happened. So I kind of was in a little denial, to be honest with you. Fired it back up for just a second to check oil pressure. And the squealing had kind of went away, but we still had a little bit of lifter tick, and oil pressure was at about 60 pounds. So came over here real quick, ran around the truck, put my ear down to the engine, and it sounded to me like it was on this passenger side, bank 2. I could hear what it sounded like. The roller on the end of a lifter was rolling, and then it'd squeal for a second, or chirp is really more what it sounded like. It'd kind of chirp, and then it'd roll and chirp, and then roll and chirp. So I don't know. We're fixing to dive off into this thing. Really disappointed. These are BTR LS7 lifters. A little bit of backstory on that. When I received them, I went through the process that they suggest doing, which is cleaning the shipping oil and all that stuff off. I cleaned them real good. And it says to check the rollers on the end of it. And so I cleaned them, checked the rollers, and I noticed that there was a couple of them that weren't real smooth. They were rolling, but they had they were just, I would consider just rough. They weren't real buttery. Now, I had a little bit of concern, so I ended up calling BTR, and I talked to somebody over there, and I at this point, I'd forgot their name, because this was, I would say 7 months ago, even though we've only had the motor in the truck for, I guess, since June. So anyway, I expressed my concern. He advised me, hey, look, they're dry, put oil on them, soak them, test them again, make sure everything seems all right. Well, that's what we did. Everything seemed to be okay. In the back of my mind, I still had my concerns, but anyway, we put them in, and the motor's got about 2,500 miles on it since we've done this. I'd have to get to the exact mileage, which I'll do here in a minute, but got about 2,500 miles on it since we put these brand new LS7 BTR lifters in it. And now here we are. So we're fixing to dive off into this motor, strip the top end off of it. It hurts me to even say that. But we're going to pull the top end apart, get down to the lifters, see which one it is, and then see how bad it is. So I'm assuming it's probably tore the cam up, and we'll be installing a new cam. But we're just going to see what the damage is and go from there. So stick with us. Again, not a video I want to be making, but here we are, and we ain't got no choice but to get this thing tore down, figure out what the problem is, and put it back together. All right, so it's pretty much basic stuff. We got our battery disconnected, took the intake tube off, kind of got it laying over there. Got the belt loose so I can pull this, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and pull the alternator, give me a little bit more working room for now. Like I said, I'm gonna have to get this power steering pump loose and then start working towards undoing the fuel line, which is back there, which is gonna be easy. Get the coil packs off, start working the harness, and get down and, like I said, pull this intake, and go from there. So, all right, before I got too crazy with all this other stuff, I went ahead and just pulled the passenger side coil packs off and valve cover, and just went through here and just double checking, see if anything looked odd, anything looked weird. Everything seems to be good. Um, I'm just gonna verify torque on them all real quick, just to see, uh, and just go from there. Like I said, I don't have any reason to believe any of this failed. Like I said, it was 100% a lifter, but I'm just gonna do my due diligence and go from there. So, all right, guys, just a quick update. We got the intake off, got the headers loose from this side, got the plug wires off. We need to get the plugs out. Get these crossovers disconnected. We've got it loose from up here, but we'll just we'll get them disconnected from the head so we can. First head I want to pull is this passenger side head, just to see where we're at. Like I said, I think that's where the noise was coming from. It'll give me a chance to look at those lifters real quick, and the cam lobes on those particular lobes or particular lifters lobes, and then just see what we need, what we're going to need for parts. Obviously, we're going to have to order some parts here. I was trying to figure out exactly what I need, and so I can get it on the way. All right, guys, I just got done pulling the head on this thing. I have not really looked at this yet. I just took the head straight over to the workbench. This is our Felpro head gasket. Yeah, looking all right. We'll put this over to the side real quick. Come back. Again, I don't think we're going to be able to tell much until we get the these lifter trays out and pull these lifters, and then we're going to be able to see what kind of potential damage we got going on here. So I'm hoping for the best, but I'm expecting the worst. So give me just a couple more minutes here. I'll get these lifter trays pulled out, and we'll take the lifters out together. All right, I got our two 10 millimeters out. Let's see if we can get these lifter trays out. Of course, did not come out with the lifters. Oh, we got one that wants to come out. Oh, two of them that wants to come out. All right, we'll get these over to the side. All right, let's get one of these out of here. All right, we're just going to pick these out one by one. I'm going to set them over on the workbench in order, so that way we know exactly what's going on here, and then I'll bring y'all back in when I get all these out. All right, guys, this is our passenger side disassembled, and I'm right away not seeing any flat spotting on any of these. This is the side I was expecting to see it on, just based off of a very, very, very quick diagnosis, just by ear. But I'm just not seeing it right now. Again, this is only the passenger side. I am going to tear the driver's side down. I don't have a good feeling about what I was hearing. So we're going to tear that down. We're going to take a look at those, and then we'll go from there. What I am going to do real quick is get my little Borescope out, and I'm going to go down the lifter bores and look at the cam and just see how it's looking right now on the passenger side lobes. And we'll just we'll take it as it comes and get to the driver's side and see what that's going to give us. All right, guy, got our old Borescope out here. Got it where we can see down in these lifter bores. Again, we're just going to take a quick peek at them. Make sure there's nothing really weird going on in here. Any abnormal, crazy looking wear. You can see a couple little marks on that cam right there, but nothing, doesn't look just insane. I really don't like to see the markings on it, but we're just going to go one by one here, take a look at them, and just see what we can see. See if we can determine the cause of our weird noises and whatnot. So let me get through these, and I'll bring you back with our results for the passenger side. Hey guys, I also want to show you that you can actually see the lifter from the driver's side riding on the lobe. See if I can get my camera down in here good enough. You can actually see it across there, and just kind of, you can't see everything, but you can see a couple of them. So we're kind of just taking a peek and seeing what we can see before we disassemble that other side, and just seeing if anything looks. Sorry about the glare on there, but seeing if anything looks weird. Anyway, we're just doing our best to try to diagnose what was going on, because what I was hearing was not good. What I'm seeing so far is not real conclusive. So maybe I caught it before it really tore something up, is what I'm hoping. I'd like to see one of these lifters that has somewhat of a marking or some kind of abnormal markings on it. That way I know which one I was hearing. But so far, it does not appear to be one on the passenger side, or I just haven't found the evidence of it yet. So we're going to get the driver's side tore down, I guess, and we'll go from there. So stick with us, guys. I know this is kind of probably going to be a little lengthy video, but hey, this is unfortunately what happens sometimes. So I know we probably will not be going back with that lifter again. I just don't have confidence in it, to be honest with you. Again, I haven't found the culprit yet, but I never had a super good feeling about them. So we're probably going to be exploring our options on that, and just seeing where we can go for a different solution. So hang with us. All right, guys, we got the driver's side head pull lifters taken out. Conclusion is this side has a little bit more signs of wear. I would say a little bit more abnormal wear than the passenger side. I really have not found any flat spotting. I really honestly believe I caught this literally within seconds of it actually starting. And for whatever was starting, I know it was the valve train was making a lot of like lifter noises and just some screeching and some weird stuff. So I'll put my light in here. It's gonna be kind of hard to see, but maybe you can pick it up in some of this lighting. But a couple of these on cylinder, let's see, 5 and 5. A little bit on 7, but you can see in here if the light will kind of show it. They've got a little bit of abnormal scarring, I would guess I would call it, on the rollers. Like I said, I don't know if that's something that literally I believe, like I said, it ran for only a couple 15, 20 seconds combined after I heard this started happening. So like I said, I'm trying to figure out exactly what to do here, but all I know is I'm probably not going to put these lifters back in here. I just really wasn't happy with them from the very get-go. We're going to do some inspecting on the cam. And now that we got the driver's side lifters pulled out, the lifter bores, put our Borescope down in there and check all that out and see what we're working with there, and see if that shows us anything. If any of this is going to lead to having to swap the cam too because of some wear. Like I said, I don't know that that's really showing up on camera. This thing doesn't focus in real well, but that is enough to barely, and one little spot, just barely make a little spot on or I guess catch your fingernail with it. Very little, but anyway, that's where we're at with it. Let me get over here, put the Borescope to everything, see what we can come up with. Well, we checked the lifter bores, checked the cam. Lifter bores look clean. I don't see any abnormal damage or scarring in there. They're pretty clean. The cam, minimal wear. Literally, this truck ran for maybe 15 to 20 seconds after I started hearing some strange noises. So I think we may have prevented some major damage, some catastrophic damage, where we'd have to pull this motor out again and completely tear it back down, you know, pull the rotating assembly out, all that kind of good stuff. So again, we're still evaluating kind of the valve train. We're going to go over it a little bit more with a fine-tooth comb when we get a little bit better opportunity. Right now it's getting kind of late. Got to get ready for work in the morning, so we're going to leave it right here, get us covered up so we don't get any kind of water or anything down in there. I did spray a little bit of Croil on all the surfaces to kind of keep them from rusting. But yeah, this is where we're at. Not real happy to be back in this position, but here we are. We're gonna make the best of it. You know, put some better stuff back in it if we get the opportunity. Like I said, I don't know that I'm going back with those lifters. They look okayish. Like I said, I showed you the kind of scarring before, but yeah, I don't like that. So we may be looking into some of the LS7 Caddy race lifters. I really don't want to commit to the Johnsons. I know those are really the end all be all kind of go to, but man, that's a pretty good investment. I'm not sure I'm ready to make at this point. So anyway, we'll evaluate that when we get there. We know where we're at right now. Again, we're going to keep looking over what we have, make sure we find the smoking gun, and we'll be there when we get there. So appreciate you guys watching. This is probably going to end it for the this video. I don't want to make this one too long, so we'll end it right here. We appreciate all you guys watching. If you get a chance, like, subscribe, share our videos. We're trying to get those out there, especially with stuff like this. I believe this is relevant information that a lot of people go through, especially when they start getting a lifter tick. You're going to have to do some of the same stuff. So this would apply there too. In this case, it's just we just had some abnormal noises that had just started, and we're trying to get ahead of it. So again, we appreciate you guys watching. Look forward to the second part of this video. Hope you guys are enjoying what we're putting out there. We appreciate it. Y'all have a good evening.